Hi everyone and welcome to a new video. Today starting from the studio because outside it's raining, I need to go to work and I'm going to give you my best tips for a wet ride commute, which we all love. We need to start from the bottom because of course wet feet are the worst part of any wet ride, and I'm trying my best to avoid having water seeping through the shoes. First of all, the shoes are taped. I not yet bought the any winter shoes, so I'm using my normal summer riding Shimano RC7 with carbon soles, which I like them, so I'm using this all year round. And of course, as you can see, they are taped not to allow water coming in. The next step is the Spats toe cover that, as you can see, they actually broke, but instead of replacing them, I'm still using them as a toe cap, because then I'm going to use the shoe covers and the gaiters to avoid water seeping through the ankle. First of all, you want the gaiter. So you will need to put this first, making sure that you do get the right way when you eventually will turn them around to be in the correct place. So they need to end up like this. I will turn them around and slide them through up to here. Then I'm sure this would be bad for some, but you need to ruin your favorite sock length high. Then we got the shoe cover in. Then the shoe. Then the toe cover. Then you are in place to put the shoe cover. Then you can roll down the gaiters. To form the best possible protection for your feet. All ready. Now, if by this time you haven't lost the will to ride, we need to move forward to the next stage of your protection, which of course involves the rain jacket. And at this point, you don't want to cover too much yourself, because of course the rain jacket will create a layer. Even the best rain jacket, even if they allow for some perspiration, will still be a hot layer. So today is 14-15 degrees, so I'm wearing my normal summer kit, SRX jersey, and I added the light arm cover just to have a layer, and if it's not raining on the way back, I'll be okay anyway. For the head, a closed helmet helps, avoiding the rain seeping through the head. My hair is not going to get wet anyway, so I'm be happy with this. And clear lenses, of course. If it's raining really hard, I might take this off because they might get difficult to see through, but usually I keep them on and they work really well. Today I'm also going to try this new Sirocco J2 rain jacket. I'm usually using my Tucano rain jacket, which worked really well, and I'm going to see the differences. I have not yet invested in a 300 pounds plus Gore-Tex Shake Dry. I heard that this is possibly the best you can get, but because it's almost worth as much as my Velobil frame, I'm not yet ready to invest that much money in a rain jacket. For my half-hour commute, these are usually okay. Let's go and get the bike out. I'm ready to go, and of course you have to have waterproof gloves. This will be extremely important because wet hands get really cold. Of course you need to control the bike brake, so these are extremely important that you find a correct glove that is waterproof and warm when it's raining. Luckily it stopped raining, so it's not going to be a true reflection on what happens when it rains really hard. Nonetheless, roads are still wet. You will always need to remember a couple of things. First of all, cars will have a lot more problems in seeing you. Windscreen will be wet, and of course the wipers will not clear as much as water for the driver to see, so their vision is heavily impaired. I use lights on the bike all the time, so that will hopefully help a bit for your visibility, but you will need to ride with the mindset that cars will have a lot more trouble in seeing you. Secondly, of course, the traction and performance of your tires is not ideal on the wet road, so when you engage a turn, a bend, always keep that in mind, especially because on the bend usually you have manhole covers, metal, so you do have surface that is so slippery when wet that is so easy to lose control of the bike. That is very important, especially when you turn. Watch out, because there is a very dangerous situation. I'm not using any mud guards, so yes, it might be a strange decision for a commuting bike. I'm not using any mud guards, and you can actually see how dirty, unfortunately, the bike gets. I haven't washed the Merida since my last commute. Maybe yes, with the correct mud guards, they are quite nice ones that you can add. SKS, they do make quite good ones. I haven't yet moved to the mud guard situation. They will be, of course, helpful in reducing the water that gets sprayed to your feet and to the bike. I'm only using a small ass saver, which, you know, is small, but for what it is actually quite effective and helps a bit in all the water being splashed on your bum. Braking conditions, of course, get progressively worse with wet, depending on what you're riding. In this instance, of course, disc brakes are a lot better in the wet. Then you got the aluminium rim brakes. Then, of course, the hopeless carbon wheels with rim brakes, which I am proud to ride, but not in the wet. Alternative situation could be the carbon rims with the grooves and the parts, especially the Campagnolo. They are supposed to be really good in the wet. Nonetheless, you will be wearing out your carbon rims in those situations. So yes, when it's wet and commuting, my disc brake Merida is my choice. And of course, watch out for big puddles on the side of the road. Yes, because underneath there would be something that you don't see, maybe a manhole, metal drain that is going to get your tire to slip, or maybe even lodge the wheel inside. So watch out for these puddles and avoid if possible. Leaves on the ground will of course contribute to another possible hazard on your tire performance and slippage, so yes, watch very carefully on those. I'm almost there. Yes, you can see what the toll of the wet roads has managed to put on my overshoes and the legs. Yes, you end up dirty anyway. Maybe the gaiters were not needed today, but definitely the shoe covers, of course, yes, because you can see the amount of grit and wet that you will inevitably get covered by. The rain jacket, good. I actually got the balance of the temperature right. The summer jersey and the rain cover work really well in this combination. 14 degrees around, fresh wind, not too much steam inside, so I'm quite happy. But definitely the rain jacket is something that you would use, yes, for a commute, when you really have to go out on the rain, not when the intensity of the ride is your main concern. If you want to really ride fast and it's wet, I will suggest something like the Castelli Gabba, which is, I think, the most unique piece of equipment for those conditions, and you can see my review at the link up there. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments what your solutions are for the wet riding, and see you to the next video. Ciao.